Well, hey there, YouTube. It's Petey Two Finger. I'm just finishing off a glass of delicious root beer. So good. Today, it's a music day. I'm in here recording music. What I did, I used this drum software and pulled up a beat in there, and then I have a guitar Strat sitting here. I just pick up that Strat and just played a D. The next chord was an A, then it was an E, and then I hit a G. And I thought, that's good enough. Came up with a chorus, which is E and G for the chorus part of the song, and that's it. So this is the 7th song that I've tracked, and I've been tracking every day. I did take a couple days off to try to heal up my fingertips and just recharge my batteries. This year, I didn't like anything that was in my song folder, which was the ideas that I had come up with in the month before I began to record music. So for about a month, anytime I would play, if I got an idea, I would record it on the webcam, and I didn't like any of those ideas, which oftentimes is the case. But I will. There'll be some good stuff in there. What I try to do is make sure that I have a respectable amount, like twice as much of what I need. Then that way, if I don't like some of it, I can avoid it. Now, this year, I really don't want to talk about too much. As I said, the plan was to do it more of the same of what I did last year and the year before. The year before album didn't get much feedback. That one was called 02022020, and I really like that. That's the one that I really like. But people seem to respond better to Semantical Nightmare. Anyway, as I go along, usually after about 2 days of recording, pretty much, I'll get up, I'll turn the computer on and watch some YouTube videos. I'll have something to eat or drink. I like to drink a lot. I drink a lot of lemonade. So I'll drink a couple of tall glasses of lemonade, and then I'll start recording. So typically, by 10, anywhere from 10 to 2 p.m. I'm in there. I'm recording, and I usually work pretty late. The other day it was 2 in the morning. It was 1:46, I remember, and I go, "Holy cow! I can't believe it's this late." So the point is, it's a lot of guitar playing and bass playing, and that tends to make my fingers hurt really bad. They get really sore to the touch. So here we're going to show you, I've got one layer of tape, and the tape really comes into play when you're bassing, when you're recording music with the bass guitar. That's where I implement tape, because if I've already tore my fingers up from playing guitar, playing bass is going to really hurt quite a bit more. If you've ever looked up close at a bass string, it looks a lot like a file, like a metal file you would see in a metal shop. So what I'm doing here is preparing the second piece of tape. There's going to be 2 pieces of hockey tape. This is good stuff. my little brother gifted me. It says RENFREW, Renfro hockey tape. This is the stuff, Renfro hockey tape. So it's cloth tape and it's kind of gummy. And with this stuff, I don't really go crazy with it. I use one layer, one application that goes over the top. This one here, I got a little extra piece. Maybe I can put that as a pad. And then I will, like for me, it's weird where it hurts more on this side. Doesn't hurt on this side so much of the flat part of the finger. It hurts more over here in this section. So I do the tape to really cover well on that one side and not as much on the other. And then what that ends up with is a little, and you got to be careful here, you don't want to cut your finger. But you cut off the extras and throw them away. Now the problem that we have here is sticky. Trim a little additional, make it really nice. As you see, I'm trying to make this nice. It's almost like a fitting like a glove. I would say if I was going to describe this, it fits good the way that I have taped it up. Okay. So at this point is where we switch over to our masking tape. Now the idea, there's that root beer coming up. The idea with the masking tape is the playing aspect of it. It's having this black hockey tape is kind of sticky. So I cover the. I know you're thinking I'm nuts. I cover the hockey tape with a layer. Try to do a good job of that, making it neat. A layer of masking tape, and then I will begin to wrap around. And you want this tape to end up cutting in the back of your finger. And what you want to do, you don't want to crinkle it and rip it with your hand. You want to cut it with a scissors where you do the final cut. And then rub that in there. Rub it in. Now, you can fake your way through some moderate 6-string playing with this tape all over, but really I don't recommend it. I recommend using super glue if you're going to be playing 6-string. But part of the thing with me is with recording, if I tape up every time I play bass, it's not as bad. The damage that I do, the guitar causes a lot of problems for my fingers. It makes them real tender and makes them hurt, makes them real sensitive, real sore, and it sucks, you know. But the bass is a nightmare. It's really, really bad news. So here on my index, my pinky, I kind of just wrapped it all around and then made sure it ended up, the seam is in the back, and I cut it rather than tore it, because a lot of times if you mung that tape all up and it's all crinkled and it's not virgin, you'll start playing and a few minutes in it'll start peeling off. So what you can do is just make it nice. And that's how I tape up. And typically, I like to use these. These are really, really good German-made scissors. They need to be cleaned. Yeah, but see how the tips are round. This I can stick on. I'll keep these over there in the area where I'm playing, and that way, when I'm done, I can stick this scissors on inside of the tape and then cut the tape off, and I don't have to waste time unpeeling it. But again, I know I've talked about this a few times. I've maybe even made a video showing you guys how I put it on. But this is what it looks like when it's on there. There's usually just one piece, one layer of hockey tape coming around, and then it's covered with the masking tape. And the deal with combining these two, it just works really well for me. It really does. It works great. I'm able to play the bass with these things not really getting in the way so much, but the main thing is that I'm able to play the bass, because after making them really sensitive and raw from playing guitar, switching over to the bass really hurts really bad. I can't do it. I can't play. So a lot of this is also partly because I take breaks in my playing. If I stayed playing guitar consistently, I wouldn't have an issue. But due to my back pain, taking 3 months off of playing guitar, 3 months off is a really nice thing to do. It's really nice. I don't expect you to understand if you're, unless you have similar pain levels that I do, you wouldn't understand that everything you do has consequences, with the exception of reclining. If you're reclining, you're okay. But that's after about 3 months of reclining in the same spot, you start to go cuckoo from just sitting there. You start to get depressed, you know. So again, we see life is all about balance, and that's why I'm passing this information off to you. You may find it helpful if you're recording music and you're dealing with painful fingertips from overdoing it. So I hope you found this useful. I'm really excited about this music, as every year I always am. I'm not really going to talk about it, though. I'm just going to put it up on the YouTube channel, and if you want to listen to it, you can, and if you don't, that's fine too. So you guys take care of yourselves, hug your pets, stay warm, and peace.